right, today I am up $1. So it's not break even, but it is also not a loss. Took one trade today, and coming into the morning, I was a little unsure of bias. So looking here on the daily, we are hanging out around this daily fair value gap. So coming in, we have the propensity to go lower as we're around equilibrium of this entire leg and also equilibrium of the daily fair value gap, which we respected yesterday on Tuesday. But coming down to the 4 hour, get a few candles ahead. We have a 4 hour fair value gap right here that is also in line with an order block. So if price did want to come down, I still expect higher prices overall, but it would be a fair game for it to come down, tap this order block, tap the 4 hour, and continue to move higher. So if today was the day that price wanted to go lower, there is a cause for it. But looking at the 1 hour was the clearest for me. On resetting the chart, this is kind of looking like a buy model right now. It's just happening very, very slowly on the 1 hour. Maybe the 2 hour is a little better. But we have our terminus up here, and we're slowly making our way because price has not retraced to 50% of any of these legs, which gives me the inclination that price is in a hurry to get somewhere, which is causing me to lean bullish. So coming into the morning, drop down to a 1 minute. We have accumulation all throughout. Well, actually, jump over to a 15. But up to this point, price was just kind of accumulating and hanging around. Oh, that was the rest of the day, but price kind of accumulated overnight. Asia session, London session put in a low and rallied higher, and London high was up here. And then we came down and we're hanging out between the range for New York Open. So today I did want to see some higher prices, but I was not close-minded to a short. But I did want these London lows to be hunted and possibly this 4 hour for value gap to be tapped into before price decided to move higher. And looking at the 1 minute, right before market open and going into market open, we had a very nice little buy model play out right here to these relative equal highs. We could pick any of these, but this would be the highest. Relative equal highs. And we have our sell side, our buy side. And the damning thing for me was still learning to use standard deviation, but this does not seem like an accident. Fourth standard dev ticks it, we wick it 1, 2 times, and then have a very hard sell off to London lows. Um, so that was really helpful with me and being able to see that, hey, the standard dev does work when you know where to use it and you know how to use it. So, few buying opportunities within here. Market never even came back through this 1 minute bullish for value gap at market open, and we just moved higher, swept our little internal buy side or external for the range, internal for the overall. Came down, and in here is where I took my trade. I did take it on micros because I was not comfortable with this risk, and we had already moved down so far. But I entered in this fair value gap up here, and my high would have been a close soft. Soft stop was close above fair value gap, and hard stop was above those relative equal highs. And I wanted to see, this is the intermediate New York low, but London low was right below it. So I wanted that to be sell side. and the trade did end up hitting, but I had moved my stop to break even, um, just because I wasn't really liking how we were slowing down, and I did end up coming to get stopped at break even. But price did come and tap equilibrium of this 1 minute bearish for value gap to the tick, and then just absolutely slammed right down to sell side. But after that, that was the only trade I had taken. I had gotten off for the day, but a nice little buy model did form out of this, after we displaced heavily through this intermediate term high with the fair value gap to the left, and we continued to respect it as well as respect this breaker. But overall for the day, that was it, and we continued to expand higher. So looking at the daily, price does look like it wants to violate this fair value gap. We are, using the body of this candle, we are pushing through mean threshold of the daily order block. So as of right now, all signs are calling higher. And if we, as long as price keeps stair stepping, like I explained in my draw and liquidity video, where does price looks like it wants to go? It looks like it wants to go up and tag this buy side from the end of last year. But otherwise, that is all I got today. Good luck tomorrow.